This is a good one-way nebula for holding B site. Go into Astral Form and place your star on top of B green as shown. Get out of Astral Form and pop your star as a nebula whenever enemies are pushing up. This will allow you to get an advantageous angle on your opponent. This is a good gravity well for a bench. Go into Astral Form and place 2 stars in this corner towards the bench. Get out of Astral Form and pop your stars as a gravity well and a Nova Pulse. This will pull any enemies hiding in the corner, allowing you to swing and kill. This is a good nebula for B site. Go into Astral Form and place a star on top of the box on B site. Get out of Astral Form and pop your star as a nebula as enemies are pushing. This will create a one-way smoke, allowing you to see enemies before they see you. This is a good nebula for defending A site. Go into Astral Form and place your star on top of this box on A short. Get out of Astral Form and then pop your star as a nebula when enemies are pushing. This will create a one-way smoke, allowing you to see your enemies before they see you. This is a good nebula for A site. Go into Astral Form and place your star on the corner of A pipes. Get out of Astral Form and then pop your star as a nebula. This will create a one-way smoke, allowing you to see your enemies before they see you. This is a good Nova Pulse for B site. Go into Astral Form and place your star inside the B site as close to the wall as possible. Get out of Astral Form and pop your star as a Nova Pulse when enemies start planning. This will concuss them, allowing you to swing or stop the plant. This is a good nebula for taking A site. Go into Astral Form and place your star on top of A pipes. Get out of Astral Form and pop your star as a nebula before pushing the site. This will prevent an Opper from peeking you and allowing your team to push up before making contact. This is a good gravity well for B hookah. Go into Astral Form and place 2 stars at the front of hookah. Get out of Astral Form and wait for enemies to jump out hookah. Pop both your stars as a gravity well and a Nova Pulse to completely disorient your target. This will allow you to get a clean kill. This is a good Cosmic Divide for B site. Go into Astral Form and place your wall diagonally, blocking B green and B yellow. This will allow you to defuse the bomb, and your enemies will be unable to hear your defuse. This is a good nebula for A showers. Go into Astral Form and place your star close to you, but in the middle of the hallway. Get out of Astral Form and dissipate your star and cross quickly. This will allow you to get into this corner without your enemies seeing you.
Well divided. Blocking vision. Planted. The enemy was punished. I am with you. We are strong. That'll work. Concealment. Blocking vision. I need it. Pulling them in. Ha! I end them. Feely, feely. Concealment. Pulling them in. Bomb buddy out. That should work. Taking that back. I am with you. We are strong. Pulling them in. And the enemy was punished.
You can use this to help you peek out yourself, or you can tell a teammate that you're going to do this at the beginning of the round and help them peek. Place a star around right here right as the round starts, and then 1 or 2 seconds into the round, pull players in using your gravity wall to make it more difficult for players to take aggressive control of a lobby, and potentially get a lucky pick if players are close enough to the star to get pulled in and exposed by the gravity wall. One good way to help your teammates peek A long, typically toward the beginning of the round, is to place a star on the left side of the base of A long, and then turn it into a gravity wall before you and your teammates peek out.
Got it. Pulling them in.
Here's a pretty solid execute for A site. Place a gravity wall behind default, a smoke in heaven, a smoke in front of the hallway that connects defender side spawn and site, and then if you don't have a teammate who can use utility to clear out A short, place a star to concuss there. Then after setting all of this up, try to time it well with your teammates as they push out onto site. One good way to take some aggressive mid control at the beginning of the round, or look for a pick on B site, is to place a star right here, just before the round starts, turn the star into a gravity well immediately after the round begins, and then peek B site or push into mid using any utility that you normally would. One good way to stop a player from peeking out of garage at the beginning of the round is to place a gravity well near the garage doors, smoke off garage window, and then either aggressively peek into garage if you have some mid control, or just spam down the garage doors with your team, pressuring any players inside with chip damage or a potential pick. Here's a good one way for peeking into C site from C long. All you have to do is place a star on the very left edge of the mid-site divider on C site, and then either activate a real smoke or take the star back and activate a fake smoke. When you go into your astral form to place down stars, Astra levitates off the ground a little bit and crosses her legs. This can be used in a very unexpected way, especially in 1v1 situations post-plant as an attacker. If you place a star pretty high up, activate a smoke, and then sit pretty deep in the smoke in your astral form. Here's a good example. If you plant the spike around right here, move into this corner over here, look toward the bomb, place a star on the center of the top of this tall box here, and activate a smoke. They should have no reason to clear out the inside of the smoke since Astra can't get on top of the tall box herself using her utility, and they can clear out behind the tall box without having to enter the smoke. All you have to do at this point is wait for the right moment before the smoke dissipates, get out of your astral form, and pick them off.
I set the punishments on them.
One good way to use Astra's ultimate ability to retake or defend a site is to place it down so that it blocks off A short and A long, so that players can't peek or lurk into the site. Then after the ult goes up, you can use the rest of your utility to create some space on site and make it easier for your teammates to push inside. When retaking C site with your team as Astra, you want to create as much space on site as possible using your utility, so that your teammates can play the angles inside of site more easily and use their utility more effectively. One good execute for this is a deep smoke at the top of C long, a star to concuss back plat, and then if you happen to have a third star, one for default for your gravity wall. After placing these, wait for your teammates to push out onto site, smoke C long unless you have one of your teammates flanking, concuss back site, and then activate your gravity wall around default. Also, since players can slowly move away from the gravity wall, make sure to clear any angles near where it's placed. Place a star in mid window right as the round starts, and then pull players in immediately with your gravity wall to either support a teammate who's trying to get a pick in mid, or try to get a pick yourself.
This is a good nebula to sneak into hookah. Go into astral form and place a star on the right side of hookah, blocking sight lines of B site. Get out of astral form and dissipate your star. This will create a smoke long enough to sneak into the corner of hookah. This is a good gravity well for B green. Go into astral form and place a nebula star in the middle of the path as shown here. Get out of astral form and pop your star as a gravity well.
Pulling them in.
This will pull in enemies on both sides, stopping your opponent from hiding. This is a good nebula to sneak past enemies on B long. Go into Astral Form and place your star at the bottom of B long, blocking vision to B garden. Get out of Astral Form, then dissipate your star and quickly cross to this corner. This will allow you to swing and surprise your opponent holding for a push. This is a good nebula to sneak across B green. Go into Astral Form and place a star in the middle of this pathway. Get out of Astral Form and dissipate your star and quickly cross. This is a really good way to lurk up towards B yellow without being spotted. This is a good gravity well for showers. Go into Astral Form and place a star at the entrance to showers. Get out of Astral Form and pop your star as a gravity well. This will pull in anyone sitting close and is especially good if your opponent is on an eco round.